Won by Sacramento. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Harrison Barnes at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw up and good. A 3-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Jones with it. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. Jones with it. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Willie Cauley-Stein trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Career mark of 64%. Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Knocked loose. Kings come up with it. De'Aaron Fox slams it down. This is already getting out of hand.
Coaching strategy 101. You probably want to utilize a timeout to disrupt the pace of this other team. This game is starting to get out of hand quick and early.
Off the assist.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Cauley-Stein powers it through.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Knocked loose. That's out. Last touch by De'Aaron Fox. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Fox. Barnes goes to the right side. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Knocked loose. Kings come up with it. Cauley-Stein guarded by Taj Gibson. Gets it in the right corner. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's Minnesota basketball. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings. Slam dunk.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming. But it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Harrison Barnes, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Bayless into the front court. His guys down big. To Gibson. Wide open look, won't go.
Wait, I'm sorry. You get paid how much money to miss shots like that? That can't happen.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Fox here against Taj Gibson. Got it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Timberwolves have the basketball. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Knocked loose. Wiggins. And the Kings secure the rebound. To Hield. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jones with it. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Buddy Hield to Bagley. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Jones with it. He'll run the offense. Short jumper misses. To Bagley. Count it.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Minnesota with the basketball. Has a look. The shot, almost. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Knocked loose. Kings come up with it. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
He throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Willie Cauley-Stein. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Has a chance? Yes. When this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Corey Brewer at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 71% for his career. The pass taken away by the Kings. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Good. Off a spin.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Short jumper stays out. Another chance. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Wiggins. That misses with 3 seconds left. The first quarter's complete, and the Kings right now feeling good. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free pizza.
From the painted area, won't go down. Count the bucket for two.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Karl Anthony Towns. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Got a piece of it, and his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Taj Gibson. He connects. Not the guy you think is going to beat you.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
It's good. And one.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Corey Brewer trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's struggled so far.
Number 36, Dario Saric.
Minnesota at the controls. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Dario Saric with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Knocked loose. Kings come up with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Towns. The pass stolen by Sacramento. Lets it fly from long range, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Bagley. And the Timberwolves have the rebound. The monster stuff.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds it inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Over to the right side. Curling inside. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Barnes, defended by the Canadian Wiggins. Harrison Barnes. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nice finish at the rim.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Lays it up and in.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Knocked loose, picked up by the Kings. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Buddy Hield at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. The Timberwolves have the basketball. To Wiggins. Working hard on the glass. Knocked loose. Kings come up with it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Barnes, down low, Cauley-Stein. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Missed it at the line. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings. Cauley-Stein powers it through. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Kings come up with it.
I'll take that.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Buddy Hield trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. Jones with it, looking to make something happen. He wants it at the rim and scores.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Easy path to the rim.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
To Harrison Barnes. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Willie Cauley-Stein at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 50%, some yes, some no in this contest. Down low for Gibson. Another chance. Buddy Hield to Barnes. Harrison Barnes. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
4-3. Can't connect. It's no good. To Harrison Barnes. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Sacramento ball. Cashes in for two.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Kings. And the basket good at the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. Buddy Hield. To Barnes. And he finishes at the rim. Knocked loose. Kings come up with it. De'Aaron Fox. And a nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. To Wiggins. Beyond the arc for three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Harrison Barnes trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he missed the free throw. Oh, emphatic slam. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to
The Kings did. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game. Get back.
to Towns.
You got him. Here we go.
Karl Anthony Towns. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good, so they get the 3-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Knocked loose. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. It remains Sacramento basketball. Fox guarded by Tyus Jones. And look out.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Wiggins. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Into the front court, it's Fox. His guys hold a commanding lead. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
T-Wolves with the basketball. It goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Knocked loose. Karl Anthony Towns. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Fox across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. And count the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Calls out of bounds off of Andrew Wiggins. Time to shuffle things up. It's Sacramento ball. Karl Anthony Towns snatching it out of the air. That's his third block this evening. Dario Saric sends it away. Knocked loose. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Kings retain the possession. Buddy Hield. Nice pass to set things up. And count the basket inside.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Taken by the Wolves. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. And scores. Karl Anthony Towns with the finish.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Yes, Andrew Wiggins. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Now a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Sacramento as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Hield here against Jones. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Luol Deng, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Karl Anthony Towns. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
To Towns. He gets it.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Knocked loose. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Buddy Hield. Bogdanovich matched up with the former Wildcat. And counted at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Kings have the basketball. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
The pass taken away by the Kings.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Knocked loose. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
De'Aaron Fox slams it down.
An easy two, get back on defense.
To Wiggins. And scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Taken by the Wolves. To the rim, lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Kings with the ball. Karl Anthony Towns swats it. Ooh, 5 now.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Fox with it. He'll run the offense. Barnes picked up by Jones. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Rises for the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
And a finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Throws it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Flushes it home. Long key from 3/4 court. 3/4 complete. The Kings have the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Taj Gibson above the rim.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. It remains Sacramento basketball. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Karl Anthony Towns able to recover with the block. Make that 7.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Knocked loose. To Bagley. Marvin Bagley with the slam. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start knocking up and getting ready to go right now.
Count it. And the foul. He is going to the line for a free throw.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Sacramento ball. Karl Anthony Towns rejects it. 8 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
To Wiggins. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Taken by the Wolves. And Towns with the flush. The smooth, fluid game from Karl Anthony Towns.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Gets a look, can't hit. Can't connect from in close. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Barnes, nice pass to set things up. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's Sacramento ball. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Andrew Wiggins at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. Fox into the front court. Looking to make something happen. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Kings retain the possession. Fox picked up by Jones. Buddy Hield to Fox. Trying to cash in. Shot by Fox off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
It's the Kings now with the ball. Karl Anthony Towns with the block. Been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Bagley. And scores. Strong take.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Karl Anthony Towns trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Oh, he can't connect. Knocked loose. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. It remains Sacramento basketball. Driving is Fox, but he can't get it to fall.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Baseline drive, but he can't finish. Towns. Oh, nice find for the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Karl Anthony Towns tips it. That's 12 now.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Into the front court, it's Fox. His guys hold a commanding lead. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
leaving no doubt. Slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Down low for Barnes. Gets to the basket and scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Tyus Jones at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on his free throw. To Harrison Barnes. Has a look. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Cauley Stein here against Jones. In the slam.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Towns. Can't connect. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Kings with the ball. Knocked loose. Hield against Karl-Anthony Towns. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Backcourt violation is called. Knocked loose. Barnes has it against the former #1 pick. Jumper's good.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Over and back. Knocked loose. Wolves have it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Count the basket at the rim. The Kings will use a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. That misses with 2 seconds to go. That does it for the quarter. Scoreboard says it's all even. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Overtime begins, and away we go. Towns. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Dario Saric trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Knocked loose. Fox guarded by Tyus Jones. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
And he misses that one free throw. Sacramento ball to Barnes. Has a chance. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Good on the layup.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Knocked loose. Barnes matched up with Wiggins. And throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Off the mark at the line. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Dario Saric at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He struggled so far. It's Sacramento ball. Bagley to Fox. Nice pass to set things up.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Count the basket inside.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Knocked loose. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. Wolves have it. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. Substitution being made in this one. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Tyus Jones trying to cash in on the three-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. It's the Kings now with the ball. To Hield. Passed it off. Goes reverse to lay it in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Knocked loose. Hield. Defended by Jones. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. Josh Okogie at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Taken by the Wolves. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Kings recover. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Karl Anthony Towns pins it. How about 13?
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Wiggins.
Wait on it.
Andrew Wiggins sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Great dish to set it up. Got it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Towns. Cruises inside for 2.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Knocked loose. Buddy Hield. Count it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Got it. Brewer, guarded by Tyus Jones. He buries it. Double team comes. He says, why not?
Okay, you don't get a 10 for style points, but it worked.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. Late heave to beat the buzzer. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win it in overtime. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.